Our current events presentation is Could the Shingles Vaccine Help Prevent Dementia? By Marissa, Preston, and Addie. Topic. This article was written by Time Magazine, a well-known media source, and reports the findings of a peer-reviewed study from the Nature Journal, published April 2nd, 2025. Our topic. The article by Time Magazine reports the findings of a study done by Welsh researchers to examine whether the shingles vaccine or herpes zoster vaccination could help reduce the risk of dementia diagnoses. There were two explanations proposed by the researchers to explain this occurrence. One, preventing reactivation of the virus by getting the vaccine would reduce the risk of dementia. And two, those who received antiviral treatment for a shingles episode had lower rates of dementia due to the treatment shutting down the reactivated virus. Researchers found that receiving the shingles vaccine reduced the probability of a new dementia diagnosis by 20%, and evidence that is less vulnerable to bias than the existing evidence. Methodology. The study was conducted using a natural experiment, one that was practically already completed for them. The results just needed to be studied. In 2013, the Welsh government began offering the shingles vaccine, but only to those people born on or after September 2nd, 1933. Those born before the cutoff date would not receive the vaccine, and those born in that same week would be randomized to receive the vaccine or not. Years later, the researchers were able to see who received the vaccine or not and what effects the vaccine may have produced via electronic health records. Researchers found that not only did the vaccine reduce the risk of developing shingles, which was the original goal, but there was also an estimated 20% reduction in dementia diagnosis. It was also found that the effect against dementia diagnosis was much larger in women than men. It has been hypothesized that the varicella-zoster virus could be a cause of dementia since the virus attacks the nervous system and can be reactivated later in life, causing more damage.
How do the facts in the article compare to what we have learned about in class? We have learned that dementia is a neurological disease which correlates with chickenpox and shingles as they too affect the nervous system. However, previous information has shown that there is little known prevention and/or treatment strategies. This study suggests possible prevention and less of a focus on intervention like the presentation focuses on. All information learned in class and in other slideshows reiterates the importance of having multiple studies to find correlation. This evidence is not conclusive, it is just one possible theory. Did the author accurately interpret scientific information in their article? What did the author inaccurately interpret? Overall, yes. The author accurately interpreted the scientific information in the article, especially the details about the process of the natural experiment. The author also makes sure to illustrate that the preventative property against dementia was an accidental finding from previous years, as well as recognizing that it was an unknown effect from the vaccine. The author explains that there could be two different explanations for the reduced risk of dementia and emphasizes that more research is required before determining the exact cause of the preventative property.
What makes this article trustworthy or untrustworthy? This article is relatively trustworthy for several reasons. They do not make causation claims. The original study is linked in the first paragraph of the article, and the article relays the same information given in the research paper in a reader-friendly way that would likely not mislead readers. How might the current events article impact how the general public views the topic? This current events article may lead the public to see vaccines, like the shingles vaccine, as more valuable than they initially thought. This applies for not only preventing infection, but also the possibility of protecting brain health. Discussion questions. What pushback is likely to occur based on the hypotheses made? Do you think people will be more likely to get vaccinations, not just for shingles, due to the possibility of added benefits?